if you want to be a champion, you cannot have any kind of an outside negative force coming in and affect you. Okay, let's say before a contest, if I get emotionally involved with a girl, that can have a negative effect on my mind and therefore destroy my workout. So therefore I have to cut my emotions off and be kind of cold in a way before competition. And so that's what you do then with the rest of the things. If somebody steals my car outside of my door right now, I don't care. You know, I can be bothered with that. The only thing I will do is have my secretary call the insurance agency and I laugh about it. You know, because I cannot be bothered with it. So I trained myself for that. To be totally cold and not have the things go into my mind. And it was in a way a sad story when my father died. Because my mother called me on the phone and she said, you know, your dad died. And this was exactly 2 months before a contest. She says, do you come home to the funeral? I said, no, it's too late, you know, he's dead, there's nothing to be done. And I'm sorry, you know, I can't come, you know. And I didn't explain to her really the reasons why, you know, I had other excuses to her, because how do you explain a mother whose husband died, you know, you trip. I didn't bother with it.
Everything starts with a vision, roadmap, goals, destiny. How many of y'all got goals? How many of y'all got a roadmap laid down? How many of you know where you're going in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, and a step-by-step program to get there? My mom would always say to me, don't worry about what it look like right now. You got to see yourself down the road. I know it's tough that we live in a neighborhood, but start going online and seeing what it look like down the road. So no matter what you're seeing right now, you stay focused on the prize. Dream killers will come in the form of alcohol, in the form of drugs, in the form of bad attitude, in the form you think you know it all. It'll stop a dream in a heartbeat.
Someone asked me a few weeks ago at the University of North Carolina, where I did give a series of lectures, they asked me what the greatest surprise was. I just passed my 64th birthday, and that had been in the press that I'd had a birthday. And they said, what is your greatest surprise in life? And I answered, the brevity of life. If someone had told me when I was 20 years old that life was very short and would pass just like that, I wouldn't have believed it. And if I tell you that, you don't believe it either. I cannot get young people to understand how brief life is, how quickly it passes. It seems like yesterday I was in school. Every one of us here has been given the same amount of time in a day. 1,440 minutes a day, 168 hours per week. What is your life? It's even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away. Now is the accepted time, the things we ought to do, the classes we ought to take, the books we ought to read. Do it now. The family that needs you, spend more time now. Write that letter home now that you've been meaning to write. Money you ought to give now. Time for study, do it now. People you ought to witness to, do it now. Every time the clock ticks, it seems to say now. Today, if you will hear his voice. There may not be a tomorrow for you.
Honestly, as long as you, it's so cliche, if you don't give up, it's really hard to stop you.
Yeah.
Like if you're fucking relentless and refusing to let other people tell you who they think you are when they don't know you,
yeah,
it's gonna be really hard to stop that person who abides by that.
Dream. I was poor because I didn't have anything. I had no money, I had no things, we had no TV, we had no refrigerator, we had nothing as kids, but I was rich because I had a dream.